Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the like, smash up the like, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, starting with Don. Tony, what's up? I see WR77. Jay Glover. What's up, DD? African Pride. What it do? Scolier Hinton. Mark Maurer. What's up, Nicole Darren? Chef Smelly. Is that Chef Smelly? That's Chef Smelly. Alicia Smith. What's up, Alicia? Louis Wetzel. See Mary Sanchez in the house. What's up, H-Town, South Park? Anthony Walker, representing that San Francisco Bay Area. Aaron. What's up, Aaron Holman? Who we got here? Anthony Bosley. What it do? Columbus, Ohio. Ohio checking in back to back. We got Sandra Lester from Akron. Or should I say Akron? Akron, Ohio. What else we got here? Got TC Wade, Miss Lily Blink, and Brown. With a Gary Kirkpatrick. China Carter. What's up, China? Okay, African Nation. Mr. Johnny Westside, Toledo, Ohio. Going in, fam. Going in. Okay, family. Here we go. Donald Trump, your president, claims that he is going to blow up Iran within 24 hours. In fact, on Sunday, he said within 48 hours, he would blow up Iran. Within 48 hours, he's going to blow up Iran. The whole thing. He didn't say he's just going to drop bombs. He would blow up Iran. So check him out right here, fam. This is per ABC News. Trump says we're blowing up the whole country if no Iran deal is reached in 48 hours. President Donald Trump says Sunday that if no peace deal is reached with Iran in the next 48 hours, we're blowing up the entire country. The president made the threat Sunday to ABC News senior political correspondent Rachel Scott in response to a question regarding whether his previous statement timeline of 2 to 3 weeks for a deal was still accurate. Concerns have been raised about targeting civilians' infrastructure in Iran and the consequences that could bring. It should be days, not weeks, Trump said, adding that Iran has been decimated, and every day is going to get worse. Every day they're going to have to build more bridges, and they're going to have to build more power plants and more everything, the president said. There's been no country that's ever taken a pounding like that. Fam, you know, this is like some big old muscle-bound dude going over to a middle school and saying, you know, I'll take on every last one of y'all and fighting everybody and beating up all the little middle school kids, right? Trump is a bully. The United States is a bully. And they're bragging on defeating a country that they're more than capable of defeating. Like nobody gave them a chance of losing. They're bragging on winning a war that nobody gave them a chance of losing. And here's the deal. They have not really won this war. If you really take a look at the situation, the United States has not achieved what it wanted to achieve. They wanted regime change. Now, I'm talking about regime change that they control, not just have another Iranian in office, but they wanted an Iranian in office that they could control. And I told y'all from Jump Street that was not going to happen because Iran is not built like that. You can't just go in there and do whatever you want to do. You're going to have to kill everybody because they're not going for it. And Trump don't understand that because he's used to bullying people and using the military, sicking the military on people, sicking law enforcement on people in the United States and getting people to bow down. He's used to that. He's not used to that Iranian mentality. So that's what was frustrating to him more than anything, is the fact that Iran would not bow down and kiss the ring. See, Iran offered no apologies. And then when he tried to have a ceasefire, Iran said, no deal, not unless you agree to these 5 conditions. That messed him up because he's used to being in control. He's used to other countries capitulating to his demands. When that didn't happen, he started crying. He wanted to take his ball and go home. Check out what he said in another video.
The entire country can be taken out in one night, and that night might be tomorrow night.
Meaning tonight. Meaning tonight. And so here's the deal with Trump. Like, he don't know what he's doing. He has no clue of what he's doing. Just like he didn't have a clue of what he was doing his first term. He had no clue on how to govern. So he's just kind of like going along. He's just kind of bulldozing his way through. This is why there's so many people in his cabinet that's incompetent. Because he's hiring people based on loyalty, not skill. Look at this dude, fam. Look at what's happening here. I want to share another article with y'all because I'm just show you how unhinged he is. You got to see this. Let's see, dude, that's not it. Let's move around like that. Hit that one. Booyah. Mr. Tennism say booyah. Trump backs away from seizing Iran's oil. Unfortunately, the American people would like to see us come home. So just yesterday, he's talking about blowing up the whole country. He woke up this morning, he's gonna blow up the whole country. And then just hours ago, he backing away from seizing Iran's oil because the American people, he says, unfortunately, American people would like to see us come home. American people would have liked your ass to stay home from Jump Street, but you went over there messing with those people and bombing people and destroying those people's infrastructure, destroying their schools and hospitals and their state buildings, killing thousands of people because your son-in-law told you it was a good idea. Your son-in-law, who actually gets paid from the bombs that you use to drop on the other country. At least the nukes. well, not nukes, the drones. Okay, so let's get into this story right here on finance.com, Yahoo. This is according to Ben Werchkel. Amid a day with dozens of threats and escalating rhetoric toward Iran, President Trump took a significant step back on one key issue for energy markets, a U.S. campaign to control Iran's oil. I like to take the oil because it's there for the taking, the president told reporters at the White House Easter egg roll. Fortunately, the American people would like to see us come home. So he said he'd like to take the oil because it's there for the taking. So family, basically what he's saying is you can walk into a place, let's say one of us, I guess, could, I don't know, maybe walk into a bank. And because the money is there for the taking, we should be able to take it and not face any consequences. If we were to live up to our president's actions or your president's actions. The president said multiple times on Monday that he personally wants to take the oil. We make plenty of money, he said. But the president repeatedly acknowledged that there might not be political will for such a move, which would likely require ground operations, saying, I just don't think the people of the United States would really understand. I'm a businessman first, Trump said, recounting the operation in Venezuela that saw the U.S. take some oil proceeds. He expressed nostalgia for previous eras when to the winner belongs the spoils. So that's his mentality. And this is the reason why this country is in the state that it's in, because in Trump's mind, if there's a dollar to be made, he needs to make that dollar. And it doesn't matter how many people get hurt. It doesn't matter how many people suffer, as long as he can get paid. If you look at his record on business, he says he's a businessman, but if you look at his record on business, he constantly leaves.
The entire country could be taken out in one night.
He constantly leaves his investors holding an empty bag while he goes out with the money and starts another business and put his name on it. Or he files bankruptcy and continues to move around. And he's never been convicted for anything, but time and time again, his business partners take hits. Now, I think him being in the position of president now, a lot of those business partners are cashing in because now they got guaranteed hits now. They getting those government contracts. Yeah. Contracts, kickbacks. Oh man, it's going down around here, man. It's a lot of money exchanging hands right now in America. And the average American person ain't seeing none of it. Let's get back to this article. Let's see. Monday's comments, which came between ever-escalating threats to annihilate Iran's bridges and electric grill as early as Tuesday night, appear to lessen the odds of a potential U.S. operation that energy traders and observers have been watching closely for weeks. An operation to seize Iranian oil would be risky and costly and would likely require the use of ground troops to take strategic points like Karg Island, a seaport that handles up to 90% of Iran's oil exports. Going further and seizing Iranian oil production itself, which is predominantly drilled onshore in the southwestern portion of the nation, would be an even more complex operation. For weeks, Trump has repeatedly teased the idea of taking the oil. Trump wants that oil. He wants it so that he can put that money in another offshore account, perhaps, let's say, in a country like, I don't know, Qatar? Yeah. The ongoing U.S. operation has included missile attacks on Karg Island, but Trump and his aides have repeatedly said that only military targets were hit and oil infrastructure was spared. Other times, Trump has threatened to go further, suggesting destroying Iran's oil infrastructure. The president posted on March 30th that he might leave Iran, but only after blowing up and completely obliterating targets like Karg Island. So basically, if I can't have it, I'm gonna destroy it. You know, you got dudes like that, right? When it comes to women. If they can't have her, they want to destroy her. They try to destroy her so nobody else can have her. Going into the comments. What's up, Ivory Brown? The cold part about Trump being bought is, you know, the U.S. president being bought is he's not even trying to hide it, man. Like, they don't even try to hide it. Just like with his language. He don't even try to hide the profanity anymore. He just say any damn thing and it flies. And mainstream media try to clean it up. Instead of them reporting exactly what he said, the president lamented with a profanity-laced rant early this morning, directed at the Iranian president. Now, say what he said. Use the unsanitary language that he used. I think Trump realizes that if he go over there messing with them people in Iran on foot, if he try to get on that ground, Iran is ready for that. They are ready. They are ready. You talk about roadside bombing, it's over. What they call them? Are they called IEDs? Let's see, what are they called? IEDs. Yeah, improvised explosive devices are homemade bombs used by terrorists, insurgents, and criminals to destroy, harass, or distract, often causing significant casualties. Man, that ground, if they go out there and hit that ground is going to be a booby trap for American soldiers. And they are going to get hit, and they're going to get hit hard. And after they get hit, the United States still is not going to control Iran. So it's like all of these people are dying for nothing. Okay, those people died. Think about the soldiers who already died. Think about all of the innocent civilians who's already died. Think about all these innocent people who already died. Now, if the war ended today, what was accomplished besides the fact that Trump went over there and destroyed the country and caused billions of dollars worth of damage? What was really accomplished? Okay, you killed the leader. Well, the leader was an old man. He was going to die eventually. He didn't have too much long to live anyway. I'm not discounting his death, but leaders are made to be replaced. So what policy was changed? Because that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to change policy. He was trying to change the way Iran does business with the rest of the world, or even the region that is surrounded by. And he couldn't get that done. He couldn't get none of his concessions field. So what did he really accomplish? Some bragging rights, but he still didn't accomplish what his goal. And did I mention thousands of people died? Thousands of people died. Damn inflation just shot up. People have gone bankrupt because of the economy and the stock market. Lawrence Darden. What's up, Reginald? Arthur says, I blame Congress. I blame his mom and his daddy. They could have stopped all of this if they had never just had never met. They could have stopped all of this. So he says that he's gonna, and I wonder how he's gonna do this anyway. Like, how are you gonna blow the whole country off the map? Really? Homie, don't think so. I think that there are other countries that's got something to say about that. Other countries cannot allow America to blow Iran off the map. Because what's going to stop America from doing it again? What's going to stop them from blowing the next country off the map? Then the next country off the map. What's going to stop them? This is why anytime you're dealing with a bully, you got to bully the bully. You got to teach the bully a lesson. And that lesson is, don't ever try you again in life. You got to teach the bully a lesson, and you got to send an example. You got to make an example out of the bully so that you send the message to anybody else who's thinking about it, so they can know how you get down. Nah, you don't want to go over there. Nah, you don't want to try him. Nah, that ain't gonna be easy over there. You can go over there if you want to, but it ain't gonna turn out like you think it's gonna turn out. Yeah, you gotta let them know, fam. You gotta let them know. Lawrence Darden, what's up? Amazing love. Epstein got Trump tripping. For real, huh? All of this because of Epstein. Well, not because of Epstein, but because of the Epstein files. Because, he's in the Epstein files. Family boy, if somebody would have told me that we'd have a president involved in all of the corruption that this dude is involved in, if you had told me that 20 years ago, hell, 10 years ago, I would have never believed it. But once he got in, I already knew what Trump was capable of doing. So once he got in, I already saw him doing these type of things because he don't respect nothing. And he doesn't have any decorum. He's uncouth. He's a racist. I didn't expect a lot out of him. I just really didn't expect much out of him from jump. Watchmen, what up? What's up, Devitra? No, they don't. They can't. They won't be able to handle me. Like I thought about getting back, getting into politics, and I was like, I got a play that I think I might make, but I think I'd rather be on the outside, helping to get certain people that I think that'll, go to work for the people. Think about putting them in place, working from that angle. I could probably get a lot more done. But I just don't. I don't want to play with it. I don't want to play with it, and I don't like losing either. So I'm not the dude that's gonna just be sitting up in there going along to get along. If I get in there, I'm trying to make something pop, man. I need something to happen. I want some motion. I'm not trying to be up in there just being a do-nothing politician. I would feel inadequate as a human being to just be sitting in there like some of these dudes, be sitting in those seats for decades doing nothing but getting paid, sitting on their fat asses, getting paid, going to parties and games, concerts, vacations, all that. That's all a lot of them do. It's just party and BS all day long. And then when there's a crisis, they act like they care. They get in front and make a speech. And then they go right back to the BS. It's just a big old game to a lot of them. They really don't care about the people at all. They don't care at all. So I don't know how effective I could be in something like that. The thing about it also is that you got to get votes. It's not just what you think. You can think one thing, but you got to get other people to vote with you. So you got to have a coalition. And it's a whole lot of give and take. And it's mostly taken. So, yeah, it's a cold game, fam. It's a cold game. But I appreciate y'all joining the live. I'm gonna do a few more shout outs. What's up, China? Let's see. Buster Freestyle. I like a little youngster in the mall trying to get a record deal. How about Buster Freestyle? No, homie, I'm cool. My legacy is secured. I'm good. E. Williams, what's up? All right, fam, that's my time. Till next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Make sure you smash up the likes on your way out the door, fam. Hit that like button. Turn off the lights. And light a candle. Boom, 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 boom. Man, how good was Teddy Pendergrass? How good was Teddy Pendergrass? Man, good Lord. That's my time, fam. Appreciate y'all. No more talk.